It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see Mitchell Trubisky.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, it's an AFC North matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here for a high-profile NFL contest, especially in terms of the ground games, Charles. I mean, we should be in for a heavy dose of running the ball this week. You've got the top rushing attack in the NFL against another top 5 rushing attack in the National Football League.
And if you like two teams that just love to run the football to drive their offenses, you've come to the right place because we've got a nice old-school battle of wills in the trenches in this one.
Two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They're led out by the 6-year quarterback out of the University of North Carolina, Mitch Trubisky.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Harris starts the drive on the ground, and he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. The numbers for him from a week ago. A boatload of carries, 99 yards, and a touchdown.
Definitely productive, including scoring his 14th touchdown of the season last week. It's going to be fun to watch the matchup now because he has a nose for the end zone. So if you're a defender, what's your job? Keep him out.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Now it's Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he will have a Steelers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Now it's Trubisky. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. The Steelers at 9-6 now. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, Trubisky. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down. Here's Presley holding now. James Prochet deep for Baltimore. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you got to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 13. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And some space here. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Well, I mean, Lamar Jackson, what more can we say at this point? He's a living, breathing highlight reel, and go ahead and tack on that last play to the list of big ones by number 8.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
And Jackson going to run again. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he is going to lose yardage here. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Jackson. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Rashad Bateman. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. It's now a 7-0 game. So one drive of 4 plays. And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really struggling to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone's talking about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. motion. Now Trubisky. And it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. First carry now for Gus Edwards. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now Jackson to Boyle here over the middle. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They'll run here with Edwards, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky. He'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
These two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year, with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go play action. Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, but now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field, and he wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels. Drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Escaping the pressure right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a...
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Anthony Miller from 19 yards away.
And the Steelers have cut it back within a score.
As the offense went on the field to start their last drive, you know they discussed it in the huddle. Hey, if we put one in the end zone here, we put ourselves in a position to start making a comeback.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Well, we're probably not the first, but all of us at EA Sports certainly want to wish you and yours a happy and prosperous new year. And as a celebration of that, a big slate of NFL games on this Sunday, Week 17. Second to last weekend with the NFL docket. Later tonight, the battle for Los Angeles, Rams and Chargers, 5:15 Pacific at SoFi. And then on Monday night, Charles and I are on to Cincinnati. Bills and Bengals, 2 cold weather teams in what will be a frigid Paul Brown Stadium.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Right back to Dobbins on first.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards.
And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers. There's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They run with Edwards on the option. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 39. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for the 1st with Edwards. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. T.J. Watt in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. At that time, finally a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
Tucker's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Trubisky's throw there, holding by Claypool. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Trubisky will throw. This is Miller, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Now Trubisky. And this throw will be intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. 30. 10. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. And no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that made them the most feared group. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them.
big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Tucker with the extra point. The lead stands at 13. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the 6. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Trubisky's throw complete to Freiermuth.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Play action. It's Trubisky.
Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well inside the 25.
Now Trubisky to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They run again with Harris. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Boswell's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome into our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter.
And Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
And he is going to lose yardage here. The tackle by Terrell Edmonds.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows but looks like they're ready to go.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll go option to the short side. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard, need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
Following the fumble recovery, Pickett. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Harris running straight ahead. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. He's got it.
And the Steelers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the 1st half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded right around the 8. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Hey, middle. Hey, reporter.
A give for Edwards running right. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cameron Hayward drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Now Austin.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards.
And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
On 2nd down and 4, Trubisky. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. He sets to fire deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
3rd quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10.
Harris. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Only man is Miller. He's got it.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Trubisky.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Here's Trubisky to throw.
That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown Steelers.
It's a 6-yard touchdown pass.
And the Steelers have scored again in this 3rd quarter. This time to move out in front.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
It feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football, and that's exactly what happened there.
Extra point now by Boswell. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They're looking to turn things around here. They've been shut down in this 3rd quarter, and that was after a good first half offensively.
And you wonder where it all goes, and it feels like it goes away fast because it takes some time to build up good momentum, great play calling, excellent execution, and then like a blink of an eye, you're losing the game. How do you get back there again? I'm sure they've talked about it, and they've got a plan. Now can they put it into practice?
The lead gone, now the search to find it again. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here's Austin. A very good return that time. 18 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. On 2nd and 9, Trubisky.
That's complete to his tight end.
And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover.
Edwards now on 1st and 10.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
DeMarvin Leal, the man making the stop.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Off the option, here's Edwards.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
40 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Ravens have taken a 4th quarter lead.
This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson in the ball snap and try to keep him back in the pocket.
I think the guy was surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He got 29 yards that time.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
He lost 6 there on the first down play. So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run with Edwards off the option. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or 2 shy of midfield. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. They hand this off to Harris. He'll take this to the 46.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action with Trubisky. Across the formation, and he gets this to Miller. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Throwing here, Trubisky. Under pressure, and down he goes. It's second back at the 36. Tyus Bowser blowing that play up. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. We can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. To try again after the sack. Trubisky. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to it and forcing a 3rd down.
On the give, this is Harris. 3 yards won't be enough here as I bring it in 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for a possibility of a pass. But that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Boyle here.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. To the right side, this is Edwards. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Jackson now. And that is incomplete. Defensively, mission accomplished. And now with under 3 to go, they may be the last team holding the football.
They may very well be the last team holding the football, unless, of course, you're facing a group that is really aggressive offensively and may want to take a gamble. But theoretically, you've done your job now. You should get the ball back on a punt, but I'd be alert for a fake.
36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
First and 10 here for Trubisky and the Steelers.
At the 33-yard line. Now it's Trubisky. Flush to his right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. The bullet throw, but incomplete.
The defense did its job. They held up in that situation and not put down. You've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shot of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Here's Edwards again on 2nd down. But no help there as they'll get to him at the 5.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And oh, that is going to be a safety. Gosh, this game's felt a bit weird all along the whole way through, and no better play maybe exemplifies that weirdness than that safety right there.
Partner, you've got a tie game and time running out. You've got to be ultra careful down on that end of the field, and this could very well be the play that decides this football game.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Quick pass out to Miller. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Now here's another carry for Harris. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. They run straight ahead with Snell, and they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Boswell's kick is good, and that will push the lead up to 5.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down by 5, 50 seconds to go. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score.
Throwing, Jackson. Connecting with Andrews.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Now Jackson.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
He's going to find his tight end Boyle.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Steelers,
they get an all-important 10th win to move them to 10-6 with 1 week to go.